Hey everyone and welcome to the club. Today I'm going to be showing you how to draw Megalodon from Jurassic World. We're going to get started with the top ridge of the body. So let's move over to the right side. I'm going to start at the tip of the nose. We're going to curve down and then up. We're going to round this out and come down towards the back. Now I'm going to curve back up again. So blending this to a curve going up. Now I'm just going to pull this back down towards the tail. Now let's just flatten this out. Curving out over towards the left. Just below this hump, we're going to step down and draw on the eye. So let's start with the upper eyelid. We're going to draw a curve going over and then down. We're going to curl up a little frown line. Going out and then up. Let's tuck a circle underneath the eyelid for the eye. Starting at the top, we're going to step over to create an overlap. Draw on that circle. On the top left, I'm going to draw a small circle for a highlight, and then we're going to fill the bottom area in black. Now underneath the eye, on the inside, I'm just going to curve down and then out. Let's move back over to the right side and draw on the front of the snout. From this point, I'm going to curve down and then over towards the left. Now from here, we're going to round out the top of the mouth. Do a hard turn curving out and then up underneath the eye. I'm going to round this out and come down towards the corner of the mouth. From the corner of the mouth, I'm going to come down towards the lower jaw. Coming down and then over towards the right. From this point, I'm going to round this out and pull that back in just above the corner of the mouth. So this will make up the tongue. So we're going to curve this around. Continue that curve going in towards the back of the mouth. Let's add the bottom row of teeth. We're going to start on the outside. Start with a large point going up and then back down. We're going to repeat this all the way along the bottom of the mouth. Now we're going to add some more teeth along the back side of the mouth. Starting from the tip, go up, then angle that back down. Add a few more, going up. We'll add just one more. Now we're going to move up and draw the top row of teeth. Now we're going to give this a little bit of a curve. Starting up here, we're going to curve down and in, and then we'll taper that back up. And then again, we're just going to repeat this all the way across. Now right here, I'm just going to draw a straight tooth, coming down with a straight line, and then back up. Now we're going to curve in the opposite direction. We'll just add one more at the end. From the end of the bottom tooth, I just want to curve the back side of the mouth. So we're just going to curve up and then in behind the top row of teeth. We're going to color the inside area of the mouth in black. To the right of the eye, we're going to add the nostril. So we're going to draw a curve going up, and we're just going to hook that back down. On the outside of the mouth, I'm going to add a little wrinkle line. So starting at the top, I'm just going to curve across and then down. Now we're going to draw in some overlapping plates along the top of the back. So let's start at the tip of the snout, curve across. Now we're just going to pull this down, aiming towards the eye. Now we're going to do an overlap. We're going to step back, we're going to curve out, and then up towards the left. Now I'm going to draw on the edge of the first plate. From here, we're going to curve across, and then just pull that down. Now from that top point, I'm going to step down and draw a curve going across the back and up. Now we're going to hook this back down towards the center line. Now we're going to repeat these plates all the way down towards the back. From that point, we're going to step down, curve the back, and then hook it back down. Now these plates are going to get smaller as we come towards the tail. From here, we're going to step down again, curve across, and hook that down. We'll add one more plate. From this point, we're going to step down, curve all the way down towards the back. Now on the center plate, we're gonna add the large fin. So from that point, we're gonna step over towards the right, we're gonna curve up and over towards the left, all the way to the tip of the fin. Now we're gonna taper that back down, so it gets a little bit thicker as you come back in towards the body. Now we're gonna add the ridges of the fin. From this point, we're gonna step over towards the left, follow that same curve, but we're gonna fan this out so it gets a little bit wider, the spacing gets wider as we come up. Let's connect those 2 points with a curve, going over towards the right, and then back out towards that tip. Now from this point, I'm gonna draw another curve, going in, and back out. I'm gonna take this point and curve in towards the body. And again, we're gonna just narrow the spacing in between these 2 lines. Let's do that again. Curving in and back out. Then curve in towards the body. Do another one. And curve down and in. Now we're gonna get a little bit smaller as we come down. And curve across. We'll add a couple more. Pull that straight in. Now right here, we're just gonna blend in towards the back. Now we're just gonna add a small fin in the back here. We're gonna go up in an angle, and then we'll curve down and over towards the left. Now before we add any spikes, we're gonna go to the bottom and draw on the lower part of the body. So we start at the bottom of the chin, curve down. Now we're just gonna pull this up towards the first fin. From here, we're gonna overlap that line. Stepping up, curve over that line. I'm just gonna curve over towards the left side, towards the tip of the fin. Now I'm gonna go wider as we come back in. So we're gonna round this out slightly, curving up towards the body. Now right here, I wanna do a hard turn going in, aiming towards that point. But we're gonna go about halfway, going into right about there. Now I'm gonna continue this line in behind the fin. Now we're gonna curve it in the opposite direction. Curving up. Now we're just gonna pinch it in towards the tip of the tail, just below that line. Now let's draw on the back of the tail. We're gonna start with the top section first. From this point at the end of the line, we're gonna step over towards the right, curve up, and over towards the left. Now from here, I'm gonna curve it down just towards this point here, but we're gonna add a notch along the way. Curving down into right about there. Draw a sideways V. Now we're gonna continue down to where my finger is here. Now let's take that and flip it over. Take this point, we're not gonna add a notch. Curve down, over towards the left. Now we're gonna tuck this in underneath this line. Up and over. Let's add some spikes along the lower part of the body. So right down here, we're gonna curve these. We're gonna come down and out towards the left. Taper that back up. We're gonna leave a little bit of space and just repeat this. And then one more down along the bottom. Now we're gonna go to the top and draw the same thing. So let's start on this plate here. We're gonna add one large spike going out, and then we'll taper that back in. On this plate, we're gonna add 2, going over, and hooking that back. We'll add 1 more. Now let's add 2 more along the top of the head. So from this point, we'll step over, curving up, tapering that back. We'll add one slightly smaller one along the front. Now we're gonna add some more spikes on the inside of the panels. Starting right up here, start with a curve going up and out. Now we're gonna taper that back down. Now to close this off, we're just gonna draw a curve, coming down and then back up. Let's add another one right beside it. We're gonna add a couple in here, starting on the edge. Up and out, and then down. Close it off at the bottom. We'll add 1 more. And we're gonna add 1 large one on the back here. We're gonna cross, and down. And then let's add 1 smaller one on the last panel here. Now from the corner of the mouth, I want to add a little bit of a jaw muscle. So from this point, I'm going to curve out and then up. And we're going to do a hard turn, curving around, going up and then back in. I'm going to add a few gills along the side, starting from the top. Draw a curve, coming around. We're gonna draw a smaller curve right beside it. So stepping down, and then one more. Let's add some stripes along the bottom. Starting from the back of the tail, we're just gonna curve up and in, and just taper that back down. We'll leave a space, going up, tapering that back down. Now you see we're getting a little bit larger as we come in towards the front of the body. I'm just gonna add one more just behind this fin. Around and up, we're gonna make this a large one. Curve that back down. Let's add a couple going across the fin. Start from this point, we'll step down, curve across and back, taper that over. Now we're going to draw a smaller one right beside it. And then we'll add one more. Going across and over. And then one last thing we're going to do is add the fin in the back here. So underneath, just going to curve forward and down. And we're just gonna hook that back up, and that's pretty much it. There we have it. There's a Megalodon from Jurassic World. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Make sure you subscribe and send me your requests in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.